Israel stands poised to resume hostilities in Gaza should this week's crucial negotiations fail to yield significant progress, according to multiple reports. The current ceasefire hangs precariously, teetering on the brink of collapse even before the scheduled release of 4 Israeli bodies on Thursday. This precarious situation stems from Israel's abrupt decision last weekend to postpone the release of 600 Palestinian prisoners. This unexpected move appears directly linked to a disturbing video released by Hamas on Saturday. The footage depicts 2 Israeli hostages being compelled to witness the release of other captives, a deeply unsettling event that has ignited a firestorm of outrage within Israel. The release of the hostages, orchestrated by Hamas, has further fueled this anger. The manner in which the handover ceremonies were conducted, showcasing the hostages in a highly publicized and seemingly humiliating manner for propaganda purposes, has profoundly impacted public sentiment in Israel. The scenes, widely circulated across various media platforms, have galvanized public opinion against any perceived concessions to Hamas and fueled calls for a more forceful response. This emotional response, coupled with the strategic implications of the stalled prisoner exchange, has created an extremely tense atmosphere, increasing the likelihood of renewed conflict. The current impasse centers around a multi-stage agreement, the implementation of which is now severely jeopardized. The initial stage, partially fulfilled despite the recent setbacks, involved the release of Palestinian prisoners. However, the subsequent stages present a far more complex and contentious landscape. Stage 2, of currently undefined duration, mandates a complete Israeli military withdrawal from Gaza, effectively signaling an end to the immediate hostilities. This withdrawal, however, is contingent upon the successful initiation of talks concerning the future governance of the Gaza Strip, a point of significant contention between the two sides. The starkly differing visions for Gaza's future governance represent a major obstacle to a lasting peace. Discussions about the structure of governance, the role of Hamas, and the implementation of security measures remain deeply divisive. The third and final stage of the agreement focuses on the reconstruction of Gaza, a process that is inextricably linked to the successful completion of the previous stages. The substantial rebuilding required in Gaza, damaged extensively during the conflict, necessitates substantial international aid and cooperation. However, the lack of progress in the earlier phases has significantly diminished the likelihood of this stage commencing in the near future. The deep mistrust between the parties, exacerbated by recent events, significantly complicates efforts to establish a framework for equitable reconstruction and sustainable peace. The unresolved issues surrounding the nature of future governance, security arrangements, and the overall political landscape continue to cast a long shadow over any potential reconstruction efforts. The ramifications of the stalled peace process extend far beyond the immediate conflict zone. The international community is closely watching the unfolding events, acutely aware of the potential for renewed violence and its wider regional consequences. The humanitarian situation in Gaza, already dire, remains a major concern. The ongoing tensions threaten to further destabilize the region, potentially triggering a broader conflict with unpredictable outcomes. Adding to the already volatile situation is the uncompromising stance adopted by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In a statement released on Sunday, he unequivocally stated that Israel remains fully prepared to resume military operations in Gaza at any moment. This decisive declaration underscores the gravity of the situation and the escalating tensions. Netanyahu emphasized Israel's unwavering commitment to achieving its war aims, leaving open the possibility of pursuing these objectives through either diplomatic negotiation or military action. This strong assertion leaves little room for compromise and further intensifies the pressure on the already fragile peace process. The unwavering determination of the Israeli government to achieve its objectives, whether through negotiation or force, leaves little room for optimism regarding a swift resolution to the conflict. The coming days will be critical in determining whether a peaceful resolution can be achieved or whether the region will once again be plunged into the horrors of war.